The Seattle Seahawks make a dumb move and trade Geno Smith to the Las Vegas Raiders for a measly ass third round pick. Oh, and get even better. So it was just a few days ago that the Las Vegas Raiders basically they extended Max Crosby, but the Seattle Seahawks, with they sneaky ass, try to offer Geno Smith and DK Metcalf for Max Crosby. Hell to the no. The fact that the Seattle Seahawks trying to pull a smooth move on them, no, that ain't gonna work. So let's go on and get into it. First of all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications. Because the Las Vegas Raiders trade Geno Smith per Adam Schefter and Jeremy Fowler to the Las Vegas Raiders, but for a third round pick. Okay, I'll take that. You can hit in the draft with a third round pick. Obviously, Pete Carroll reunites with Geno Smith. They played from 2020 to 2023. Geno was the backup I believe, in 2020 and I believe 2021. No, it was 2021 and then 2022. He took over the starter in 2021. But let's see as we'll read more into it. So Geno Smith had an up and down year in 2024. Yeah, he did throw for 4,320 yards, which is a franchise record, was surprising because Russell Wilson in his prime was cooking. I mean, he was in the kitchen with some eggs and pancakes and French toast and everything. And he was cooking it up. But damn, that's the franchise record. Whatever. He had 21 touchdowns, mid as hell, but 15 interceptions. He was turning the ball over like there was no tomorrow. Every time you look up with Geno, it was an interception. And it was going to DK Metcalf a good amount of times because they wasn't on the same page. It was like peanut butter and hot sauce. It just wasn't on the same page, and it just wasn't a good mix. And speaking of Seattle Seahawks, was not a good mix. So they let go of Tyler Lockett for a salary cap casualty, was a veteran, which you could have easily restructured his contract and brought him back. But whatever. And now DK Metcalf, they're reportedly asking for a first and a third round pick. And he wants to go to a contender, right? From what I know about NFL contenders, if they really had money, don't you think they would have been out there spending it? Or if you think they're finna get a wide receiver, they're probably finna go and draft one. They're not really gonna go sign a free agent wide receiver. And on top of that, you're gonna want a contract extension as well. So a team that does trade for DK Metcalf, they have to understand they gotta trade for the man. They gotta give up a first and a third, probably even more. And you got to give him $30 million a year. I'll be damned. And I love DK. I would take DK Metcalf on my Dallas Cowboys. But for $30 million a year, he can take his ass on to Kansas City. Hell, they can't even afford him. Go to Cleveland. Go anywhere else for all I care. Because $30 million a year is crazy. And as we get more just read into it, like what the hell is going on. Oh, and by the way, I got to go to my phone for this one. Because remember y'all, it was just last month that the Seattle Seahawks basically said, Geno's our guy. We're not trading him. He ain't going nowhere. And yada, yada, yada. As I see this on my phone, on February 25th, they said, no doubt, Geno Smith is our starting number one quarterback. That was February the 25th. Damn it, that wasn't even a few weeks ago. And March the 7th, today, you trade him. You can't make this up. You really can't. Another losing organization making another loser decision because you have no quarterback now. You already had no running game. You have no offensive line. Your defense is pretty solid. I love the secondary. You need to add a little bit more pass rush and a little bit in the linebacker core as well. But other than that, the defense is solid. It's only going to get better with experience and also drafting because the Seattle Seahawks still have over $30 million in cap space that they can play with and go make some additions. But as we see, look this right here. Geno started all 17 games for the Seahawks. He did battle some injuries and he played hard. I'll give him that. But the 15 interceptions is crazy. Let's see, completion percentage about 70%, fifth in the NFL, not bad. Like I said, he did play behind a horrible ass offensive line who couldn't block the sun out of their eyes, and in no running game. That running game couldn't run for 2 yards. Hell, I can get more yards running with the offensive line than Kenny Walker, who couldn't stay on the field, and Zach Charbonnet, God bless him, he just not that guy. He just not. And also, he also led, he had 4 game-winning drives, giving him 9 over the past 2 seasons, which ties Patrick Mahomes, boy, up in Kansas City, with him and the Kansas City refs. And that's tied for the most span in the NFL. But they finished 10-7 last year, didn't make the playoffs. It was one game that costed them not to make the playoffs, and that was losing to the sorry, pathetic New York stinky Giants. Out of all teams you could have lost to, you lost to the Giants. Was Daniel Jones even playing at that time? I can't even remember because that's how bad the Giants were. And so they lost to that team. That's basically what kept them out of the playoffs. But Geno's 15 interceptions, because he was giving them away like candy. Third most in the NFL with a QBR of a pathetic, putrid 53. That was 21st in the NFL. That is not starting potential. That is sit your ass on the bench potential. That's what that is. That is go give me a cup of water because you're playing like hot garbage right now. Let's see. lowest in the his 3 years of Seahawks full-time starter. Like I said, he was battling injuries. Still don't give him no excuse. 4 of his interceptions came in the red zone, most in the NFL. A la Dak Prescott. You like turning the ball over, Geno? That's not a good look, my boy. And that's why your ass got shipped from Seattle to Las Vegas. He was sacked 50 times. 50 times. What I tell you about the offensive line? That offensive line couldn't block the sun out their eyes. They couldn't. This is what my coach always told me back when I used to, I was in middle school. I'll never forget this. Son, if I can't put you on the defensive line because you can't block, and I can't put you on the defensive line because you can't go get the quarterback, you either gonna go off the team or you gonna be a big ass water boy or a big ass equipment manager. Which one of them would you want? You got 3 choices. Because other than that's all I can use you for. Because you can't block and you can't go get the quarterback. So the fact that they can't protect Geno Smith 50 times, what the hell gonna make you think when you draft a quarterback what's gonna happen? Sam Darnold, don't go here. Don't do this to your career because you already was with the Jets who had no offensive line and no offensive weapons over there to when you first got there. Then you go to the Seattle Seahawks. You only got one weapon, Jackson Smith and Jibba, who by the way is better than Geno Smith. It's better than DK Metcalf right now as we speak. That's why would I want to give DK Metcalf $30 million a year when you wasn't even the best receiver on your own team? He did almost get 1,000 yards receiving, but his ass was hurt. But I just don't understand this move by Seattle. It's a new era up in Seattle. Like I said, Tyler Lockett, he gone. DK Metcalf finna get traded. And now Geno Smith got traded and reuniting up in Las Vegas with Pete Carroll. But what that tells me also is Russell Wilson not going to Las Vegas. Aaron Rodgers not going to Las Vegas. So the Raiders found their quarterback just for next year, but they're probably still going to draft a quarterback this upcoming year. They could draft Shador just to sit behind Geno. Who knows? This is going to be a very, very interesting free agent period because a lot of guys are going to be on the move. A lot of guys that we didn't think was going to be on the move are going to be on the move. Trey Higginson requested a trade. Well, the Bengals gave him a trade. We're going to make a video about that because the Bengals, with their cheap ass, they ain't going nowhere. And if Joe Burrow ends up leaving them, expect Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to hit the deuces and be out the door with them. But this is a major trade, y'all, and I'm very shocked. I mean, hell, I was over there eating some Chick-fil-A, drinking some water, and I looked down on my phone. Boom, Geno got traded. Man, but you gotta love the NFL. This is major, big news, though. So let me know what y'all think about this trade. Leave a comment in the comment section. Is this a good move for both teams? Who won this trade? And like I said, for a 3rd-round pick, you can easily hit with something in the draft. Get your running back or something like that because this is a running back class is deep and this receiver class is cheap. So deep. So real quick, most likely to see how the Seahawks are going to draft a quarterback. They have to draft an offensive lineman. They have to sign a running back. And they have to draft a number 2 wide receiver. It's just too much going on up in Seattle. Glad I'm not a Seahawks fan. Seahawks fans, I know y'all going through it. So let me know what y'all think, man. Leave it in the comment section. Like the video. Y'all be smooth. I'll catch y'all in the next one.